Don't wanna live as an untold story. Rather go out in a blaze of glory. I can't hear you. I don't fear you. I live now 'cause the bad die last. Dodging bullets with your broken past. I can't hear you.
Hi there, and welcome to another episode of Fiction and Fitness. Today we're going to do the actual first episode of the one series that I'm planning. And also it's also going to be the first episode of NaNoWriMo. Basically I'm going to do a bunch of NaNoWriMo prep, and then of course we'll get to NaNoWriMo, which is November. I promise not to do daily vlogs because I won't be able to then, but we are going to be doing writing topics. So for this first one, where I do one topic, one food item, and one lift, I'm going to be talking about the novel idea. And for the one food, no, it's not the Diet Coke. I actually have what is a popular YouTube food item that I've only tried once and didn't care that much for. I have Chipotle. Yep, we are going to do a Chipotle bowl while we talk about NaNoWriMo. And I'm probably not going to eat the whole thing, but that's okay. This is going to be basically a redemption taste test. So hopefully this turns out a little better. So let's start with the food, and then we'll get on to NaNoWriMo. First, salad bowl. I didn't do a burrito. I'm hoping to someday, but we'll see. I might do the burrito challenge, and that way I'll be able to try the sofritas. I just went chicken today, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do 3 burritos or 4 burritos. I know some of the women have done 3 burritos in one sitting. A couple have done 4, but we'll see. I've never actually had a full burrito from Chipotle, but that will come later. First, we have chicken, vegetables, obviously the lettuce since that's all you saw, but chicken, vegetables, brown rice, and I did the pinto beans instead of black beans, and a little bit of corn. Now if I had gone for what I really would want, it would be sour cream and cheese and all that fun stuff, but we are watching calories and I'm trying to be dairy free for right now. So I did get the vegetables, even though I'm not that big of a fan of green peppers. We'll see how that goes, but I want more vegetation with this. It would be nice if they had like a grilled mixed veggie option, zucchini or something. But yeah, it is what it is. So we have our Chipotle bowl, which I will mix up a little bit here. So hopefully, the first time I tried Chipotle, the chicken had been out for a long while. It was almost at the end, so I think that was part of the problem. So it really just wasn't very tasty. Especially not for $7. We have our one Chipotle bowl. Tastes like lettuce. I mean, the seasoning's okay. I'm still not sure what the big deal is my thing. I know a lot of YouTubers love it, especially the lifters. But, I mean, it's okay for what it is, but it's definitely not you're not going to see me eating Chipotle every week or every month or every year. Yeah. Probably not going to be my thing. Donuts, yes. Chipotle, no. But it doesn't taste bad. And of course, because we're doing health, we have Coke Zero, my go-to diet soda. Alright, now on to the main topic. When you're getting ready for either just to write a novel or you're getting ready for NaNoWriMo, which is starting November 1st, one thing you want to do is actually figure out your idea. Yeah, it's pretty simple. It's basically you need an idea. From there, you don't have to plan, you can do whatever you want, and you can get your idea on the 1st of November, on the 15th of September, doesn't matter, but it helps to have an idea at least by November, at least by halfway in November, because you're trying to write 50,000 words. That's a lot of words. So, doing it in 15 days is a little bit difficult, but some people do it. So, if you don't get your idea right away, that's okay, but you do want an idea at some point in order to actually write a novel. And what I do usually around this time is I make a list of possible ideas. Every now and then I will pick a random one right at November instead of planning ahead. I think I did that last time. I just right as midnight hit on the end of Halloween, I picked my novel and I started writing. I don't always recommend that because, especially if you're more into planning, but it can work for some. And if you're just into like the fun event of randomly writing a novel, it can be a way to go. This year I have a list. I started with a smaller list, but this is my current NaNoWriMo list. So we have 2016, and these are all some possible ideas. And basically what I've done is I've written the story, like either the title or something so that I know what it is, roughly how long I expect them to be, and then also the genre. A lot of them are young adult, so the range for first draft can be anywhere for me from 50,000 words to 180,000 words. Happened only once, but still. Most of them are going to be 70,000 to 100,000. That's a general first draft. Will it all be done in November? Probably not, but maybe. You never know. Depends on how the month goes. So basically, I look at this and I first try to decide in general which sort of genre and age range I'm going to go for. A lot of these are young adult, so there's a high chance I could do young adult, though I tend to be slower when it comes to writing young adult first drafts. And I mean, it's the same with contemporary. I tend to write a little slower, whereas speculative fiction, sci-fi, fantasy, I can write a lot more, even though I'm even not very descriptive. I can write a lot more. Just something about the genre. Plus, those novels need to have a lot more. They tend to have the higher word count, even for first novels. Versus some of the other ones, romance will be a lot shorter, for example. Those you can actually get away with sometimes 50,000 words, whereas you're not going to be able to get away with the first fantasy novel being 50,000. That's going to be too short. Example. So yeah, I have a basic idea. I know the general plot in my head, but I haven't done any planning yet. That will come next. Assuming I plan. I may not. We'll see. But that is what October is for. And I definitely recommend you start plotting and working on your novel. If this is going to be your first one, it does help, even if you don't even use it during the month. But for now, you need to figure out your story. And then with those stories, you want to figure out like the main characters. All of these, the basic things I have down are my main character, like Zan, the top one. It is a fantasy series, actually it's based off a series that I've started. I know the main character, that's the name of the title. His name is Alexander, but he goes by Zan. I know roughly the situation, like I watched it in my head, I've used my imagination. Same with that. High pitch, I'm not sure on the main character's name yet, but I have a general idea. That is actually a newer idea, so it has an X mark by it because I'm not sure if I'm actually ready to write that one yet. On the other hand, two of these are sequels, so I have the first book done, I want to write the second book. So I have very different options. And my first decision is going to be, am I going to write speculative fiction or am I going to write contemporary? Right now I've been writing contemporary and adult, but I may want to start working on speculative fiction. So that's going to be my first decision for my ideas. And from there, we will eventually pick one. I hope to plan one out. I will pick it by October 1st is my goal, so that I can start planning. When you pick your novel idea, that's up to you. It just depends on when you're going to start writing, because you don't have to wait till November. I will just clarify. Novel writing month is fun, but it's not the only month that you can write. So whatever idea you have, you can get writing. So yes, go do it. Go write, even if it's write down your novel idea. So write down that, write down character names, and you'll be off to a great start. Which brings us to the last section of D1, after I've rambled distractedly over novel writing. That's going to be the one lift. I was going to do something fun like deadlift, but let's actually roll a clip on my prep cycle, which is a lift that's actually difficult, but it's lighter weight, and that is the pause squat. I do pause squats after my regular squat and an overload. So I've already been doing a lot of squatting. I've done several. I've done warm-ups. I've done my regular sets, which right now we're about 185. And then I've done an overload, which is basically standing there holding a very heavy weight. So by then, the weight seems light. But when you're pausing at the bottom, 135 pounds seems so challenging. So here's going to be a clip of me doing a pause squat for about an 8 count at the bottom, the 135 pounds. These are definitely very good for the quads, I've noticed. I feel, at least that's where I feel in my high bar squat. It might be a little different if you low bar squat, but that's all in your form of mechanics. So here is the actual lift, and hopefully you enjoyed my first ramble, and the next topic will be diving a little more deeper into your novel idea. And hopefully I will have a different taste test for you. Something a little more exciting than Chipotle. And until then, keep writing.